It's us.
Again.
In a house.
Our house.
Don't stalk us. So today, we're going to be talking about university accommodation.
Yeah, like where you're going to live, how you sort it out, what to look for.
So basically, it's one big old tips video.
So it could be dull as shit, but please stick around because I think it's going to be helpful.
Yeah, it's educational. So yeah, if you've watched our first uni experience video, you will know that we go to the University of Salford. Last year we stayed in
Peel Park
Quarters, which is the
university
accommodation, and this year we are living in a student house.
We're living,
so we've got experience for both.
Yeah. So we're just going to start off with the different types of student accommodation that are the three main ones that people usually go for. So there's the on-campus halls, which is usually either the university's own halls or it's affiliated with the university like ours was. And that just means that you're on campus, you know, usually it's first years only in those, which we found out the hard way.
Yeah. The second one is private halls, which is basically student halls but owned by a private company.
They're usually a bit further away from the uni but not far.
And the last type of accommodation is student houses and student flats.
Yeah. They're owned by private landlords and yeah, you go on like renting sites and find them and you book one and then you live there. It's great. That's how that works.
Yeah. It's basically like renting a house if you weren't a student, but only students can rent the houses. Basically.
Okay, onward.
We're going to talk about what to consider when booking accommodation. Most of these more specific to halls.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Yeah, but
they kind of apply to everything.
Yeah, but some of them are specific to halls.
Yeah.
So the first one is the distance between wherever you're staying and campus.
Yeah, like how far do you have to travel to get to your lectures? Because the last thing you want is to be like a half hour away and you've got like 7, 8 a.m s. Not 7, that won't happen. There's only 5 days in a week.
So basically, if you have like early morning, you don't want to be getting up like hours before your lecture starts
just
to
get
travel.
there.
We've been lucky last year and this year.
We live really close.
Yeah, we live within like
walking distance.
Yeah, like it takes what not 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
More than 5 minutes.
About 10 minutes to walk to our lectures. In summary, we live very close to uni.
Yeah. And it's important to think about that sort of thing when you're booking where you're going to live because you don't want to be trekking.
I would not want to be getting buses in the morning to go to my lectures.
No, me
either. Like 8:30 in the morning for 9 a.m.
Yeah, I'm not going to be a fan of that.
No.
The next thing is price.
Yeah.
You need to think about what kind of money you're going to be on.
And how much the
and like what your accommodation is.
Yeah.
And like what you can afford, what you can kind of feel in. Because a lot of accommodation providers have different tiers of like what accommodation there is.
So if you know you're struggling with money, don't go for the most expensive.
Yeah, don't get a platinum room in Peel Park that's going to cost you like 150, 60 quid a week.
Yeah.
Or like one of the true flats that's 200 quid a week.
Yeah.
Like, you know, think about that. There's always cheaper options available usually. Just kind of look for them.
Yeah, John Lester and Eddie Coleman cheap.
Salford specifically.
Yeah, they're cheap.
Yeah, they start from like £90 a week, I think, maybe even less.
It's cheaper than Peel Park and it's literally across the road.
It's like, I think 40 quid a week less than Peel Park.
Yeah.
Wow, we could have been spending so much more money a week on food.
The next thing is safety.
Yeah.
And if it is safe and if it feels safe.
Yeah.
Peel Park was safe, but
Yeah, it
I
had
felt
24/7 security and like people on. There was, to get into your bedroom specifically, you had to go through at least 3 locks.
I think there was 4 man. You needed one to get into reception, one to get into my building, one to get into my flat, and one to get into my room. Yeah,
I was in the main building, so I only had one to get into it. But yeah, it's also a case of the location of where you're going to be living. You need to kind of look into whether you think a street is going to be safe, because you know you don't want to book a road that then you then find out someone was shot on 2 weeks ago or something.
Or somewhere that has a very high crime rating.
Crime rate.
Yeah.
In Salford, that's a bit more challenging to do, but
luckily,
there are a lot of safer places.
Luckily, we live in a safe.
Yeah, we live in a safe bit.
Bit of Salford.
Yeah. The type of rooms. So, what kind of room do you want? You after an ensuite bedroom with comes with a bathroom, or are you after like a bigger bed and you know, more space, desks. What are you after?
Yeah, at Peel Park, all rooms are en suite.
Yeah.
So you don't really get a choice there.
Yeah, you just get an ensuite.
But I know at Edge Hill, there was a choice of ensuite or shared bathrooms.
Yeah. John Lester, I think, they're
All
all shared. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know about the other local ones. I think there's options for both, really.
Yeah, just ask whether it is that you're looking at.
You can just inquire about it, and they'll usually tell you on open days as well.
Yeah, and they should also show you the shared bathroom if it is a shared
Yeah.
one, and obviously the ensuite.
So what you get when you book your flat is another thing to think about. Is it a shared kitchen? Are you getting bathrooms? Are you getting like what kind of comes with the place? So you know what you need to buy or not.
And if it's actually worth the money you're gonna be paying.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you don't want to be paying like you know over £100 a week for a small room and a shared bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. Like you want to make sure that you're kind of getting your money's worth out of it. Just for context, we paid £130. Well, I paid £130 a week for a bronze room.
I paid £144 for a gold. And they were both en suite.
Yeah, they were both en suite. Mine just was a bit smaller than yours, I think.
Yeah.
Yours had an extra chair.
Yeah, I had an armchair, as they called it. So yeah, just have a look around and if you're alright with a smaller room or you don't have a lot of stuff, then go for the smaller room.
I had a lot of stuff and a small room.
Because then you'll have more money to spend on other things. But obviously if you have a lot of stuff...
Yeah, you might want a bigger room. It's also a case of whether you like where you're going to be going. Because you don't want to move in somewhere, especially if you're moving really far away from home, and then absolutely hate it and let it feel really uncomfortable and that you're not at home and you don't really feel comfortable with where you're going and what you're doing.
Yeah, we're both very lucky in the sense that we live close to uni, so we could go home and pretty much whenever we wanted.
Yeah, but I think we both liked our rooms as well. Like they were homely and lovely to be in, so that was a positive. Okay, so our experiences with booking halls of residence specifically was we got emails from the uni, I think, telling us they opened. Yeah.
Well, did we get an email like a few weeks before saying this is the date?
Yeah, we got told a date it was going to open,
Yeah, and we were both lucky and said that we had unconditional offers.
Yeah,
we knew that we could book knowing that we were going to be able to stay here.
Though, they do refund your deposit and cancel your room if you don't get in. So it's not like a situation where you don't get in and you're still stuck paying for this room or you at least lose your deposit. Like your deposit is going to get refunded if you don't get the room. So yeah, you get an email telling you, and you usually go through onto the website with Campus Living Villages, which is who we were with specifically. You like scroll down through a list of all the accommodations. You scroll down through a list of all the accommodations they own and you pick the one you want. So we picked Salford Peel Park, and then you get an option of lists of all the different rooms available. Like you literally get to pick a building and the exact floor and room you're on.
And also try to book it as soon as possible because the Peel Park it sells out
usually within a week.
Yeah. So
within the first month it's 100% gone.
Yeah. So book early. Like even if you don't know if you're gonna get in, book it anyway because
you're not losing anything.
Because you don't want it to come September and you still have nowhere to stay.
Yeah, it's stressful, that sort of stuff.
Like it's better to book it and not get in than not book it and get in.
Yeah, 100%.
Like especially if you live far away. Like if you live within a distance where you can commute, it's not that bad. But if you live really far away, I had a flatmate from Cyprus, so if he didn't book it, then it's work coming, was it?
Oh yeah, and you can also pick between whether you book a 42-week contract or a 51-week contract. So it kind of just depends on what you're feeling. I think most first years book a 42.
Yeah.
And then for your second year house, you usually book like a 50.
Yeah. But if you do want to wear that over the summer or whatever, then you can book the 51 week.
It depends if you want to be in the city of your university over summer, but you have got to remember a lot of people do tend to go home again.
Yeah.
So
I think more people go for the 42-week contract.
Yeah, 100%. There's hardly anyone left at Peel Park right now. According to some people who lived in Peel Park, you can hear the upstairs neighbours' toilet flushing. I never experienced that, but some people heard their upstairs neighbours doing things. So when you move into halls, you basically need basic kitchen things, so anything you're going to need to cook, because most of the time it's not catered and you're self-catering. And then you also need bedding and things like that.
Yeah.
Also, bring lots of decoration-y bits, because like I know the people who brought lots of decorations and had like their rooms look really nice and homely, always like they found their rooms a lot nicer places to be in than the ones that were very, very empty and didn't really have much in them.
It also makes it very cosy and makes you feel like you're at home.
Yeah, it's really important to make your halls feel at home. Student houses?
Yeah.
Okay. We're in a student house now.
Yes.
It smells a little. Not anymore, but
Okay.
the day we moved in it smelled a little.
Not for me, it didn't, because you sprayed
I know I
Febreze.
Febrezed your room.
So yeah, we booked this in like November.
Yeah, so let's just go back to the start of the booking process. When you start booking a student house, it is a lot more independent.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're doing, like, it's a bit more on you. Okay, so when you book a student house, it's a lot more independent and it's just on you. Like, you've got to...
Yeah, your uni
be the one
won't
to do
email you with
Yeah,
houses nearby, you need to do it all yourself.
Yeah. I remember Salford, they tell you a website called Manchester Student Homes and you should go and look on there. I looked on there. There was nothing in Salford that I could actually find. Like, there was nothing that I was nice and good and accessible and easy. We used Student Right Move. It was really, really helpful. And we kind of we looked at areas we like the look of and searched postcodes near. We searched with our university's postcode and just said within like half a mile of it. And then we found houses we like the look of. We found a little group together and then we arranged a viewing with the landlord.
Yeah. It's important to make friends in the first few months.
Yeah.
And just so you know who you want to live with.
Yeah, definitely. It is really, really important.
Yeah.
It's also a case of, I think, it's kind of a situation of, do you know when to start looking? Most people look around November-ish, is when people start, and that's early still. I was looking back in March just at student houses available in Salford, and there was still lots of them available to start in September. And even looking now, there are still houses that are decent, that are still up.
Yeah. But the earlier you look,
Yeah, the better choice you get.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get first picks on what you like.
Yeah.
Then you arrange a viewing with the landlord. Then you view the house, see if you like it or not. This was literally the first house we viewed.
Yeah.
The only house we viewed.
Yeah. We had another viewing for the house, but
We
knew we
cancelled
didn't want
it
it.
because it had like box rooms and it wasn't very nice.
Like, we knew we wanted to live here.
Oh yeah, so you'll have your viewing, and once you've decided on where it is you want to live, you'll email the landlord and say, "Hi, we want to move forward with this house, please." So they'll usually then send you a form, and you've got to fill it out with a holding fee. Ours was £50, which goes towards our total deposit of £200. And you all sign up your names, and I think, was it guarantors at that point? Or did we do it later?
I feel like we did it later.
Yeah.
I feel like we did that when we did the...
On tenancy agreements. Yes, you kind of just register your interest and they take it off the market for 10 days. That's how ours was anyway. And then once you've done that, you go through with sorting out your contracts and finding guarantors, paying your deposit. You read through a lot of contracts because it is important to do it when you're living with a private landlord. So elect somebody in your group and have them do it and let them be the lead tenant and then let them pick the first room. Yeah, it's important that you definitely read through your contracts because you need to make sure there aren't going to be hidden fees and you know what your rights are.
Yeah, and you don't want to get scammed.
Yeah, it's a bit more scary going into a student house, but, you know.
If you're careful and you do everything you're supposed to do, you'll be fine.
Yeah, as long as you, be vigilant because you want to make sure that when you view it, that it's not horrible and there's not, loads of mould everywhere and it looks dangerous or you're not happy with it. And yeah, and then once you do move in, same goes for halls actually. You need to do inventory forms. In fact, more so with halls.
Yeah. Basically, anything that's wrong with your room or where you live in, take photos of it.
And document it on the form they send you.
Yeah.
Because you will get scammed out of money.
Peel Park, loads of people have got...
fines.
Because I've been fined £65 for marking my desk that I swear to God I did not do.
I was even there.
Oh yeah, I was even there when I moved in. And it was the smallest little scratch to the point where I wouldn't have even seen it if it
was
did do
so
it.
little.
Yeah.
So just take pictures of everything and fill out your inventory as thoroughly as possible. I was really lucky. I did my entire flats really thoroughly. So all we got charged was £4 for carpet cleaning. But yeah, it is really, really important to do your inventory well because otherwise you could lose your deposit. Like I've seen people who've lost their entire deposits and it's really, really sad because, there's not much of a way you can get it back. Another thing about it is booking your move-in slots. With halls, they'll email you and say, "Hi, pick a time and a day to come and move in," and you do it all when you meet up and you go get your keys and you walk in and then there you are. With a student house, ours, we had to book a move-in slot after we'd paid our first month's rent a month in advance. And then we booked a move-in slot and I had to come and do a meeting with the landlord. Not the landlord, with the agents. And I had to like go around the house and view everything.
You just had to do it on a
I had to do a quiz because of lockdown. I had to go on my own, and my mum was sat in the car, and I was just walking around the house with this guy, and he was like, "So here's how you turn the burglar alarm on. Here's how the fire alarm turns off if you're setting toast on fire or something, you know." And yeah, so I'm the only one who knows how to turn the fire alarm off still. We better hope it doesn't go off.
I know. When you're not here.
Yeah. Even if I am, it's been a while since I've done it.
I think that's it.
I think so. Yeah.
That was fun.
So that's accommodation.
Yeah.
If you've got any questions,
Comment them down below.
yeah, if anybody's watching this, because we get about 10 views and they're usually just people we know.
Yeah.
But if you are watching this and have a question, comment, let us know, we'll answer.
We're nice, we swear.
Yeah, we are really nice, I promise
Yeah.
you. And good luck moving into halls or houses.
And good luck with Laugh.
Bye!
Private halls.
Yeah.
Which are like the first category but private. It's like Jonathan Groff and he almost gave his address away. I'm the Jonathan Groff of this relationship and you're the Joss Gad.
Yeah, I think we already knew that.
Yeah.
It looks kind of like a crack den.
Maybe don't put that in.
It was a really nice bit of extra space.
The extra space in particular was
This
really
one
nice.
little extra bit of bookshelf was beautiful.
Yeah. And I think you have a lot more to say about your experiences.
I wasn't really going to get into that much of that. I was thinking more about how you book it.
Okay.
Not the drama. The tea.
Um,
I need to remember to breathe. That's about the booking bit.
yeah.
Oh, it's not really weird there.
Me too.
Okay.